All right, let's pick up where we left in the first part. So we were solving different questions in the packet for this transformations unit. If the function f of x 2 times x minus 5 squared plus 3 is reflected across the y-axis, So there is an existing function here, and you have to actually apply the transformations on this existing function. So let's look at this. So it is reflecting over the y-axis. So this becomes negative because reflection makes the function negative. Then it is translated right 6 units. So it's already 5 units to the right of the function. If you see, if I take the same graph, for example, it's probably 5 units to the right already. It is stretched by 2, factor 2, and is going up 3. So it is like 5 and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and up 3. This is the current quadratic here. It's a quadratic graph. Now he is saying it is reflected, so it's going to go down. But as it goes down, it's actually even turning right further 6 units. So from here it is turning 6 units to the right. So it's somewhere here, but then he says it going down 2 units. So it's at 3 currently, but it's going down 2 units. So let's say it's now here. Okay, excuse me on that, it has its own mind because I put the cursor there. It is giving me a hard time. So now from here it is going down 2 units. So it's going right 6 and down 2. So it's here and it's also reflecting. So this is how the graph is transformed, and he wants the equation of the new graph. That's all it is. So what you would do is do it on the graph. Just take a rough sketch, do it on the graph, and then you can describe it. You can do it that way, or you can directly do it from the function here itself. So first of all, he's not talking about the stretch factor, so you leave that alone. So it'll be the same. It has reflected. Now it has translated further right. So it's actually going 11 units to the right from the parent. And then squared, and it's going down 2 units. So it's going to become 1 because 3 minus 2 is 1. So this is the new transformed function. All right. So this is the deal. Next he's saying, this is another write the equation of the original function if this is transformed so, right? So he's asking what is the equation of the original function. The function, so this you have to go backwards now. Okay, a function is vertically stretched by a factor of 2, then translated 2 units left and then 5 units up. The resulting function is given by this. So we have to do all the opposites of what is given here. So if he says it's vertically stretched by a factor of 2, it's probably going to be compressed. So you have to actually divide by 2 here. So which becomes 3 times. And it took 2 units to the left to come to this position. So go 2 units to the right, meaning you have to subtract 2 from 4. So this is x plus 2. And it went 5 units up earlier to come to negative 1. So you have to do the opposite. Go down. So negative 6 further down. And that's it. So this is the original function. So you can verify from this function, it went to this. That's what it means. So for it to become 6 from a 3, we should have multiplied by 2, which is 6. For it to turn 2 units to the left, from here it is moving further left. So that means 2 units to the left further means it becomes x plus 4. And the last one, it shifted 5 units up to come to this. So that means if you take 5 units to the 5 units upward direction from here, add 5, you will get minus 1. Okay, so that's how you verify your answer. So this is the answer for this. Okay, so he is asking you to use this equation, this function's definition, to answer the questions below. So rigid or non-rigid? Rigid is like there is explanation for rigid, non-rigid here. Rigid transformation changes position, orientation of a function. Translation and reflections are rigid transformations. They are not actually changing the vertex of the graph, but just the orientation. Rigid transformations change the position or orientation, and non-rigid distort the shape by changing its size. So dilations are non-rigid transformations. So you have to answer accordingly. So I would leave this to you. Then he says graph f of x here. So remember, this is an absolute value function. So look at the vertex where it is. It went x plus 2, meaning it went 2 units to the left. Naughty child, remember? So this is one position, but then it went down 1 unit. So the actual vertex is here, but it is reflected because of the negative sign. So it's not going to be this way, but it's reflection. So it's going to be down, but the stretch is 3. So that means the slope here is 3. So down 3, right 1. Okay. This is how it's going to be. Not so bad, but that is the vertex and this is the graph. Now describe the transformation. So what is A? A is half. So this is a vertical compression because it is between 0 and 1. So what did he say? Rigid or non-rigid? So let's go back. What is rigid and what is non-rigid? All dilations are non-rigid. Dilations are non-rigid. So all the stretch factors. So this is non-rigid. Okay. B is what is happening inside, remember? So half, now there is a negative on x, but there is a minus 4 also. The best thing would be to factor the negative out and write it as x plus 4. As soon as you see it, you may say, hey, it went right 4 units, but it went actually left 4 units with a reflection. So B is actually negative 1 times, so B is 1. So it did not really negative 1 actually. So let's say horizontal reflection, meaning reflection over y-axis. Okay, and H is what? This is H. It went left 4 units but not right 4 units. So it is negative 4. When you write it as like this, you will say negative 4. So you have horizontal translation, left 4 units. And K, nothing is being added outside here. So K is 0. So vertical translation, no vertical translation. Okay, so let's see if reflections are rigid or non-rigid. Distort the shape of the graph. Actually, rigid transformations change the orientation of the function, so which means the direction also, right? So reflections are rigid. Oh, these are rigid. And there is nothing here. Okay, as I told you, when you want to graph this, this is the same function as the other one. So half, pull the 1 out, negative 1 out. So it's actually going to the left 4 units. So somewhere here, and there is a horizontal reflection. It will not show much horizontal reflection on an absolute function. It will not show up actually. So we really don't have to actually draw that per se. But the slope is half. So rise 1, run 2. So it's going to be this way. So this is how the graph is going to be. Negative 4. And nothing is being added to the outside. So, alright. And next, looking at each of them, you have to write the transformations here. 3 times x plus 2. Always remember, if there is something here, factor it out. Now we can describe. I'm saying it orally. I'm not going to do everything. 3 is a stretch factor greater than 1, but it's happening inside. So this is a horizontal compression by factor 1/3. You have to make a reciprocal out of it because everything inside is horizontal. It is opposite of what our intended behavior is. And so is this x plus 2. It's going to the left 2 units, not 6 units, because we have to factor the 3 out. And then it goes down 2 units. Okay. Likewise, first pull the 2 out. Don't pull the 2 totally out. Don't do that. We are just describing the transformation. We are not cancelling or doing any simplification here. So it's actually going 2 units to the right. There is a horizontal compression by a factor half. There is a vertical compression by a factor half. And there is a 7 being added outside, meaning it's going up 7 units. We'll skip this question, okay? I don't think this will be asked on the test or the quiz, so why should I put you into this trouble? But it's not so bad. You have to just go according to the descriptions here. It's reflecting. You have to change the x value and hence the y values and so on and so forth. So you can safely skip this question. Alright, so this is it. This is the transformations. So the homework is in Math Excel, but do fill in the other information. I'll put the key out soon. Okay? Alright, good luck. See you in the next class. Thank you. Bye-bye.